Greetings, monkey movers. Got ourselves another rapid game. Against Mansour, 388. Plays this weird F3 line, which I do not remember the theory to, so we're going to be making it up. But I think that I'm able to play knight h6 in this line, with the idea being take, check, and then grab here. It does seem natural for me to play bishop b4, so I'll consider it. But I think that it's also pretty common to go for this f5 idea where you recapture like this. So let me think about how I want to play it really quick. Because here, and he can, I think, make some sort of preventative move if I'm not mistaken. Then I go here, and he's able to just push e5, and then my knight is kind of stuck in a bad spot. So I think in that case what happens is I bring the knight backwards to f7, and I look to play c5. I don't know if I want to enter that line though, or if I just want to play it safe with bishop b4. Because bishop b4 has no weaknesses really. The only thing is he could kick me immediately, and taking doesn't solve too much because this pawn is never really takeable right now. I'll go for this line, I guess. Now that is interesting. Still going to continue with f5. And if he pushes, maybe instead of knight f7, maybe I'll just play c5. Hitting this right away. Okay. So we have check here. I'll pick up this bishop. The only thing is that here I'm going to have a weird pawn, so I might even gambit this away, just because I don't want to have a random pawn there. I might just play like a knight move or something instead. But we'll see. So here he likely should play g3. But after I take, this knight is going to be literally just held together by this bishop, so it can't move. And then I'm also going to be able to target this at some point. I'll also be able to check him. So I got a few cool options. Don't know what he's thinking about. I feel like moving the king would just be terrible, so. I mean, maybe he does choose to do that and then just blocks with like f4. I think I'm pretty content there. some reason my phone doesn't want to charge at all. I think I've got a bad cable. The more he's thinking, though, the less likely I think it is he's going to play G3, because G3 is the obvious choice. Generally when they start... Okay. That's a creative move. I didn't even consider that one. Yeah, maybe if he takes, I gambit it and play bishop to b4. Then he takes again. Now that does not look right. Yeah, that looks weird. Because now I'm gladly taking. Now there's nothing supporting this pawn either, which means maybe he brings his rook over. But I mean, this king side doesn't look super safe either. Okay. So I could check him again at some point, but he could just go back right now. This knight's not posing any threats, this knight's not posing any threat, this bishop cannot do anything. I guess this knight could make like this kind of maneuver, so maybe it makes sense for me to have this guy on b4. He might threaten me with queen c4. But then don't I have queen e3? Then I take queen takes and I'm forced to take and he's fine. So maybe here, queen here, check here, maybe bishop takes. Then queen would take my bishop, bishop would take here, that doesn't really make sense. I guess I'd threaten the queen then with knight c6. I don't mind this though. I had to think about it. When I check him, he probably shouldn't go with the knight, because then I get a pawn. So maybe if I check him, he actually does play g3 this time. It's an interesting position. I like it though. I don't think it's tactical just yet, but it might become tactical. I also forgot about this move that I have. The idea being that this no longer works, I don't think. Because I'm this. If he takes, Okay, so here he gets some weird double pawns. Here, I don't know what I get out of it exactly. I guess he could no, he can't move that knight right now. So maybe in between move bishop a6. Confusing. I mean, my senses aren't telling me that there's a tactic, but maybe there is. We'll go over my different options though. Check, he has this, and then I lose the bishop, so that's no good. If I take, he takes back with a knight, and I didn't accomplish anything much. Because if I check, then queen can block, and then this pawn can't be grabbed, so I have to take, and I mean, it's really a pseudo castle, so it's not even that bad. I can make this in between move, and he can't block, so he has to move the queen. And whenever he moves it, I can take the bishop. Now I think we're making some sort of progress. Maybe not though. If I take this first, queen can take, and then he's threatening my rook and my bishop. And I mean, I can take to give him double pawns. Yeah, I like this move the most, I think. Tricky stuff. I'll spend another few minutes just let me think about it for a minute. That's redundant, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't see any tactics that are going to win me like a pawn or a piece or anything, so instead I'm going to shift my attention over to see which position I'm going to like most once a few trades go on. Because if I could get a good looking endgame where I have like some good targets. Because right now I'm thinking that this d pawn isn't protected by anything, so it could definitely be a weakness. In the case of like a knight c6, I'm thinking that a king over here might be okay, because I'll still have this bishop here and I could castle and have some threats on him. So I do have a few ideas. So let me just shift my attention to that and then I'll make a decision. Alright, I found my move. I don't know why I'm being secretive, but the thought process behind this move is that there's a couple of moves he can make that I think make the endgame look decent. So if queen blocks, I can take, and after this, I'm actually going to castle. I'm going to leave this hanging. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. Shoot. I was going to say I could leave it hanging, then I could grab this. He can't recapture the pawn because check, but he would still have this knight in that case. If knight blocks, then I'm just going to be taking right here. And he's going to have double pawns, which is a weakness I can fight against. If he plays g3, then I'm just going to be taking. And if knight takes back, then I win this pawn, so he's going to have double pawns. Then this is weakened for this diagonal, so I'll be able to go right back to h6. Yeah, so there I have to take. And it's going to be either double pawns or a free pawn. So double pawns, okay, cool. And now my queen can even go to e7 because I don't have to worry about bringing this bishop back anymore. But do I prefer that, or do I prefer h6 where you can't castle? No, because I can go right here, and if he castles, then I'm pseudo-protecting it by attacking a3. So I'm going to go here. Queen e7, and then I'll probably look to castle this way. And then my next job is going to be trying to find a home for this knight. So d6 is tempting with the idea of going knight d7. With a check I can go knight d7. I have the move d5, which stops this push from occurring, as well as threatening the knight. It shuts down this guy's diagonal, but doesn't shut down this diagonal. I could also just castle, and then if he castles, then of course I have bishop a6, but the problem with bishop a6 is that he can still play c4. Well, I guess in that case he can't really play c4 because I'll have d5. And then once the knight moves away, this is still going to go through. Although I guess d5, he's going to go knight d2, and then, yeah, that doesn't look so clean after all. Looks playable though. Maybe what I'll do is I'll start with d5 so that he doesn't think to go to knight d2 immediately. He might choose to go this way, although I guess it doesn't matter because both of them defend correctly. So maybe I'll start with this to force this knight to go to d2, which is a worse square for him. Maybe that's going to be the play. thing is, I don't really want to win these pawns that badly, though, because I'll pick those up late game. I'd rather get some sort of positional advantage. The more I think about it, knight d7 isn't exactly the best helm either. Because 2 scores are taken away. I'm probably just going to have to move him over to f6. And I don't know if this backwards pawn is worth this tactic that doesn't work. It's kind of like one of those monkey do kind of moments. You see a queen and a rook that you could pin, and you're like, all right, I'll do it. But in reality, you have to think about it. See that it doesn't work out, and even if you win a pawn, it might not be worth it because you end up having this weekend, which means this is going to be an isolated pawn, which means that will be weekend, and you might end up losing the late game off of it. But I think that castling here is a fine move regardless. If he castles the same side, then it's harder for him to attack me. If he castles this side, I already explained that I can grab a3, and I think I'm pretty happy there. And I pick up c3 as well, unless he defends with like king d2 or something nuts. Alright, so we chose to do it. So, let's think. Bishop here, pawn up here, defends, takes. I guess I'll have knight to c6, in which case this is hanging, and I could bring it over to a5. So maybe this is fine, actually. I didn't notice that knight c6 move. Knight c6 kind of changes things. I like that. Because I was thinking knight c6 doesn't matter, because this is just going to be protected either way. But it actually won't be. Yeah, the way that you're going to have to defend this pawn is with like a rook. Right, so now we have this. If you take, you lose the queen. So you go to defend, of course. So now is when I take this, and I look to play c3, which means knight probably takes this now. If knight doesn't take that, I could even maybe put some resources into defending it. And he never really has the move f4, because this has tempo, attacking the queen. And then if he moves to attack that, then I just move this out of the way to defend that. Not to mention if he ever goes with his rook to defend, then this falls. So I think I'm fairly happy here. Although, I did miss something. What if he starts with f4? That would be quite good. I guess if he starts with f4, I would have to start with c3. So that I can then play c6. holding on to a pawn for a while. I could even do like a rook c8 maybe, and then a knight d7. Yeah, f4 I think would be a good fighting move from him though. So we started with knight c4, okay. So we'll go here. I guess another possible move could be d5, but then I'm just going to move my knight over to a5. He could take this with pawn or queen, but I'm just going to take that exchange and then have a free piece. So he probably wants to play like f4 now, in which case I don't believe he'll be in time because I just take and then defend. But my position isn't without weaknesses. c7 is still a weakness. e6 is most obviously a weakness still. But I'll be holding on to the advantage at least for a minute. And then if I could permanently hold on to that pawn, then things should look pretty good. I also have this idea, with a discovery check potentially being played. But yeah, I most likely want to move this rook over to d8. If he doesn't threaten the knight though, maybe I go to e8 instead, just to protect this. He also has the possibility for bishop h3. But I can move here a little bit early without any problems. Or actually, can't I just go? No, I can't go there. Because queen takes, bishop takes. I have to move. You can just grab. Maybe not, maybe not. I'd have weird pawns, but I would have the exchange. So I'd have the exchange, I'd be down the e6 pawn, which would likely fall anyway. And I'd have weird pawns. But it'd still be a slight advantage for me. Alright, time is soon to be a factor as well. Yeah, bishop h3, I think I come out ahead. d5, I should come out ahead. f4, I should come out ahead. If he does like a nothing move, like king h1 or rook d1 or something, then I have knight to a5, and I'm pretty happy. Yeah, he should be in trouble. I guess bishop h3, I also have e5. You can't take with queen, you can take with pawn. When he takes with pawn, I'm just going to go knight a5. And my structure stays good over here. Then he's going to have an isolated pawn. think whatever move he makes, I should be winning. I just need to choose the move that's most winning. Because if I choose a move that's so-so, then I have to still put in more work to not let him draw it in the end game. Hoping this game is like an 88% accuracy or something, because I feel like I haven't really missed anything. I mean, F4 I think still works for me, and I missed it at the time, but I think I still come out ahead, so yeah, because F4 I just grab, then here. But yeah, maybe F4 is his best play. Yeah, this is pinned for eternity because he can never defend it with anything other than the queen. Rook can't come in unless he wants to devote some moves like that. It's gonna take too long. Yeah, our friend is looking for a solution here. Maybe he'll find one. Okay, so here I had knight takes d4. And what do you have in response? But yeah, I want to move quick here because I think he chose the best move. So I don't have the largest advantage. That's going to be a pain in the butt to protect e6, so I probably should just let e6 fall at some point. And look to maybe grab c2 or something. Probably protect this next, and then maybe like a king c5. And he can't both unpin the king and the rook simultaneously. What also sucks is that e6 falling isn't a big deal in and of itself, but if I let him do it at the right time, then he's also going to have tempo to get another move in. So maybe king h8 at some point too. Don't think that was correct. Yeah, I'll just defend. And queen c5 is coming. So he could unpin right now, but I still have queen c5. His queen's not unpinned. He also might do rook e1, but again, I don't care about this pawn falling. It's more so that I don't want to fall with tempo, and I still protect it. So. Is it just me, or does this camera now look like it's been like 1080p recently? I don't know. I know I look fatter in it. Hold up. Move this screen over so I can see my face. Yeah, I've definitely been putting on a few more pounds. See, I was on this carnivore diet, as y'all may have remembered, and then I went to the chess tournament, got sick, and then when I was recovering, I was just like, well, I don't want to be low energy from the carnivore diet, so I'll just like eat regular food, like carbs and stuff, until I get better. But since I've been sick for literally like 2 weeks now, I've just been eating like shit for like 2 weeks now. So my physique has yet to fix itself, which is quite annoying. But that's life, I guess. Yeah, I think queen d3 was probably a mistake. You need to get clear of the pin. Okay. That is an interesting move, rook f2. However, do I not just have queen c5, and this should be fallen? Just make sure I don't follow any tactics. I don't see any. So play it. Okay. So he does protect it for now. However, I have some tricks. So take, queen takes. And then I have a double check. I want to play e5. Because this pawn's going to fall anyway, so why not use it for something? If I could play this, he takes, I win. If I do this and he takes, I'm also winning, because we have takes, queen takes, and then check, and this rook will fall. So let's play e5. I guess you could play rook a to e1, but then I'm taking on f4. And I think I'm still good for a little bit. Oh, actually this doesn't work, because I'm going to have this check eventually. And I'd pick up a rook. Yeah, he's going to lose this game off of this pin. He should have just went down the exchange immediately. But now my position is really good. I have no weaknesses. I'm going to pick up that piece probably in the end anyway. He's got no time. His king is his king is pinned. Very tactical game. Excuse me. Oh, this is such a beautiful pin. Yeah, that doesn't work though. That just loses my friend. Shoot. That's check? Oh, that's what I missed. That's what I missed. Damn. Well, that sucks. What would I rather have? King here and bad pawns, or would I rather have good pawns? I'd rather have good pawns. Ah, that sucks. Why did I do that? I mean, I'm still winning, but this could have been a lot easier. Yeah, now it's not easy for me to find a move. Ugh, why did I do that? I got too cocky, I stopped thinking. I mean, this rook is annoying, so maybe I start with rook f5. He's gonna go down here, isn't he? But I could defend with rook c5. So we'll do that. I do have to be careful of this pin, though. I mean, right now it's fine, but it might not be in the future. So now you just give yourself another isolated pawn. It is a pass pawn, but is that what you want? I mean, yeah, I don't exactly want to give him that pawn. Maybe I play a5 here. Then this pin comes, though. He's also playing a lot quicker now. We are in danger. Alright, I have an idea. Damn it, it doesn't work. Maybe I just start with h6 or something. And this sucks. Why did I do this? Yeah, we'll just improve the position slowly. We'll keep waiting for him to make some sort of positional mistake. Yeah, that I'm not really concerned about. So I could just drop this guy out of the way. Then I'll just move this at the right time. I want to keep pieces on the board though. So even if we exchange a pair of rooks, that's better than both pairs of rooks. If he goes here, we're just going to go knight c6. I guess c5 is a move as well. Maybe he goes and plays c3, but I'm just going to go here. Wait a minute. I may have made a big mistake. If I go here, takes, and rook comes down, and I'm losing the knight. Why am I such a bad player? I'm gonna have to just get a pass pawn instead, aren't I? That's probably the best way to fight this. Alright, let's play quick with our pass pawn, because we're awful players. Sucks, that's gonna be so easy to attack. Yeah. don't know. You're just going to be going here. I really went from winning to losing, didn't I? Alright. Gotta make some kind of move. We still have time advantage at least. Sure. Just gonna grab this. Okay. Okay. Some sort of check. I'm gonna have to dirty flag this guy though. Just gotta stay on dark squares. Alright, that's protected. Alright, maybe a7 then. That's gonna get picked up. With check, no less. Now he has this check, so I gotta go here. This check, so I gotta go there. Just gonna block. This is so stupid. I have no counterattack. Is there any sort of tie that I can find here? And that's just mate in one, pretty much. Alright, so any last kind of tricks, because my king is losing squares. So this is the only place I can go. So here he probably moves out of the way. Yeah, this pawn is going to leave me stalemated though. Here, I'm gonna go off on a win and say he doesn't take. Yeah, he might take or check though. That's actually. No, that's not good either. Hopefully he ignores it. That's the best case scenario. He didn't ignore it. God, I hate myself. Alright. Let's review it, I guess. Man, I dropped a crap ton. Yeah, I knew I was winning. And I knew it was equal, and then I threw it. Oh boy, 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 boy. What is wrong with me? So this is a mistake, apparently. Apparently I'm missing everything. That was still bad, apparently. Yeah, F4 right away I knew would be a little problematic. So how did I throw from this position? Because this is so much better for me, it's not even funny. Yeah, so this was bad because I didn't realize they gave a check. So should I move my king to the side? King h8? That's one of the moves. EX F4 is the best move. Okay, so now what? What if he takes a pawn? I take, he takes, and which discovery do I have? This one? No, F3. Obviously this is mate. So he has to go here. Oh, it's still mate. Oh, I win the queen there. So obviously, here he can't recapture. Yeah, but anyway. I chose this, because I didn't realize I was check, because I'm stupid. Ah, rook d5. Then if he takes, I don't have bad position. That bad a bad position. But instead we just have this equal endgame. Which I still managed to lose despite being up 10 minutes. Yeah, h6 was never really good because the bishop's going to cover that square. The thing is I was also scared of g6 because then he's going to be able to start winning pawns. Maybe I should have just planted my rook here on this file and still play g6. Yeah, we have that stupid move, which I thought I could protect, but I forgot that I just lose there. So I play c5, rook d5, he just wins it back immediately. I don't even have a passed pawn. Yeah, and I mean here it's already done. And the guy did well to win with the little time that he had. Tried pressuring him, but wasn't enough. Oh, that's more disappointing than most games that I lose. Because I was absolutely destroying him, but I missed some stupid tactics because I was playing too quick. But thank you for watching anyway. Sorry to have a horrible loss, but I will try to win like 10 in a row now. Because I think I'm on... Yeah, I got 2 losses very quick after one another. That sucks so bad. Alright, well, I'll catch you guys later.